It applies to all Americans who are 65 and older and those who have medical conditions like diabetes or asthma. Frontline workers qualify for Pfizer boosters too, including healthcare workers, teachers, and grocery store employees. Meanwhile, in our area, UPMC Hammett is getting ready to roll out its booster plan. Doctors at UPMC say any adult who is immunocompromised, again, anyone 65 and older, anyone in a high-risk job, is eligible to receive a third dose. And to reiterate, this only applies to the Pfizer shot, and UPMC branches are now offering doses of booster shots.
It offers your body another chance to build upon the response that it had either from a previous vaccine or from having recovered from the illness and infection.
COVID-19 continues to spread across the region, and cases among children are on the rise. According to the latest state data, there were more than 200 new COVID cases among school-aged children in Erie County alone. That's over the course of about a week and is almost double the amount the state reported last week. Meantime, Erie County once again reported triple-digit cases today. Erie is now averaging about 115 cases per day, Warren averaging about 20 cases per day, and Crawford is averaging about 60 new cases per day. As always, you can always find this data on our website at erienewsnow.com. And Northeast Chamber of Commerce's biggest fundraiser is back. WineFest kicks off at Gibson Park in downtown Northeast this evening, showcasing local wineries and craft vendors. This is the first year people are flocking to downtown for WineFest, the chamber hoping to draw more business to downtown shops and restaurants. This year marks the 40th anniversary for the three-day event. At the festival, 10 local wineries, live music, and a 5K race. We caught up with one member of Northeast Chamber of Commerce and a winery owner himself. He says it's a relief to see so many people there to support local businesses.
Together, hand in hand, it works in a great way that we can keep the chamber funded and cooperating, and they can bring tourism back into Northeast with COVID restrictions, hopefully going in the right direction. And it's just a positive event, and everybody seems to love it. People really want to get out and enjoy it.
Exciting time there in Northeast. More from WineFest tonight on Erie News Now at 10 and 11. And Senator Bob Casey has introduced legislation to reduce the United States' dependency on foreign supply chains. It's called the Market Economy Sourcing Act. The bill closes a loophole which allows non-market countries like China to get a free ride on trade agreements that they're not a part of. According to Casey, under the current law, half of the content covered by a free trade agreement can come from outside of the area where the deal was made. That means half of the goods can come from China or other non-market countries. Those are countries that don't operate on the principles of pricing structures, allowing them to charge less than the fair market value for their products. The new bill basically limits the content that can come from those countries.
What we're trying to do with this bill is to do something that should have been done a long time ago in trade agreements, which is to limit the content in that trade agreement from non-market economies like China. They're unfortunately the leading example of what a non-market economy is all about.
Senator Casey says the bill aims to improve trade practices while protecting American workers. Turning now to some more national news, the search for Brian Laundrie continued today. As Florida police searched a swamp for Gabby Petito's boyfriend. The FBI is also looking for information in Wyoming since Petito disappeared there after taking a cross-country trip with Laundrie. Her remains were found earlier this week, though an official cause of death has not yet been determined. For now, Laundrie is wanted for bank card fraud. Authorities say he withdrew more than $1,000 from Petito's account after she disappeared. Back here locally, those looking for a job have a chance to find one on Monday during a job fair in East Erie. The African American Concerned Clergy are teaming up with other local groups, hosting the Erie Back to Work project. The citywide job fair will bring in employers from around the region, offering jobs to those looking for work or hoping to change careers. Organizers say it's an important first step recovering from the pandemic.
We're trying to be proactive by helping individuals get back to work, get into the workforce, especially while employers are offering great pay rates at this time.
We know our employment numbers aren't terribly high, but we believe there's a lot of people still sitting on the sidelines for a variety of reasons. But the jobs now are much better for people. Employers have raised the salary somewhat, some of them quite extensively.
Monday's job fair runs from 9 to 3 at the Booker T. Washington Center on Holland Street. Meantime, many employers are still having a hard time getting employees to operate back at business as usual. Our Mike Ruzzi recently stopped by a pizza shop in McCain that continues the search for help.
The phone never stops ringing at Meeker's Main Street Pizza.
Good evening, Meeker's Pizza.
From pizza to subs and wings, it's a popular spot located off Route 99 in McCain.
Our staff at fully staffed is about 7 people. I have 2 people plus my daughter and myself and my wife right now. So we're down at least half of what we normally were, which when you're that low, to only have a couple people, it just puts a lot of strain on everybody else.
Chuck Meeker has owned the business for nearly 7 years, but now finding people to prepare, cook, and deliver the menu items is currently a big problem.
Puts a lot of stress on us. I mean, tonight was a prime example. I mean, we have 2 people working tonight. We got hammered, which is a good thing, but it's not when you can't do things in a timely fashion.
Thank you. Have a great day.
The pizza shop will post job updates on Facebook, offering competitive wages, tips, and food discounts for employees.
I had an interview set up the other day, and I talked to them like 7 o'clock the night before, and they were to come in at 1:30 the next day, and they called like nothing. I mean, we had employees that wanted us to close down so they could get the extra money, and I said, no, we can't. That's suicide on a business when you are a small business to begin with, to close down to try and reopen again.
Meeker says he would like to add about 4 to 5 employees and is offering flexible schedules from 10 to 30 hours a week. Well, thanks for joining us for this edition of the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.